If you voted for Donald Trump in 2016 but won't in 2028, what changed your mind? When he appointed a Goldman executive as treasurer. Drain the what? All downhill from there. I did not vote for him in 2016. I was a registered Republican up until his nomination, and then switched. But my dad did. My dad passed in August 2017, and in the months before his death, my dad and I had long talks about Trump. He said he had made a mistake voting for him. He realized that Trump was not the Christian he claimed to be, and that he was not a good man. I think if my dad were still alive today, it would be the first election where he did not vote Republican. I couldn't vote in 2016 because I didn't send a request for an absentee ballot soon enough, but I was going to vote for Trump because of his plans for the military. I was out processing from the army and wanted to make sure they would get what they'd need to win and survive in combat. But after seeing him handle COVID and claim he was not responsible for anything, that really pissed me the fuck off. In the army, I learned as a leader you are responsible for everything your element does or fails to do. From the team leader right up to the chief of staff. The President of the United States is responsible for everything that happens in this country, whether they like it or not. I am not voting for Trump this coming election. I'm not American, but my aunt and cousin both voted Trump because they were sick of shitty politicians running the scene. They thought that a businessman might be able to cut through the pigshit tsunami that is American politics. They are very disappointed in how anti-science Trump is and claim they will not vote for him again. Edit. Spelling. I didn't vote for him, but I realized the U.S. really donked up when he threw paper towels at a speech in Puerto Rico after it was devastated and no one had power, and thousands were still missing. I will never forget that. He literally thought he was a hero for throwing out power towels. I was 23. My decision was influenced by people around me and I refused to let that happen again. My family and friends are still on the MAGA streetcar. His handling of the different situations these past 3 years has been utter ass. I'm truly sorry and I will not be voting for this pig this upcoming election. Grew up in middle of nowhere conservative town. Took what my parents and others said as fact and adopted their political views. I never did my own research on politics. Since then I've met amazing people who've helped me see things from a different perspective. Now I see the issues with what I believed before. Happy to say that I do much more research and don't just go in the voting booth blind. I'm now pretty far from conservative. He has failed all across the board. From education to foreign policy, he has done absolutely nothing but cripple the systems that people rely on in this country. Friend with an immigrant wife did everything right 6 months in advance and yet her visa paperwork wasn't completed before it ran out. He lets our Kurdish allies die and is a horrible person. I regret voting for this despicable human in his corrupted administration that has made us a shithole country. I'm smart enough to not make the same mistake twice. Greater than what changed your mind. Long story short, I grew up